Hi there. So we've had a few messages about how we made our Discover Autumn boxes, so I thought I'd let you see for yourself. So here we are, just doing a basic admin, tidying up from probably the day before, had a little clear out, checking what needs to be done for the day. Actually, I think I was putting a playlist on for this. Have a good old clean down, and we're off. So our full blend wax is out, black gloves on. Because I've got quite warm hands, it starts to kind of melt the wax, so I like to keep, well, it's just nice to have gloves on when you're doing things like this. Chop up the block. Gosh, went to town on chopping that block up. Melting it. This does take quite a long process to melt it down to a specific temperature, because you could end up ultimately burning it, which you don't want. So there we go. So our wood wicks, signature wood wicks, are being trimmed down, only because you can't quite get the size that we need, so we have to measure them and just cut them down to size. And they're all being trimmed down to size. This is just for ease, and it prevents any wastage. Otherwise you have this ginormous wood wick in a tiny little tin and you end up not using the rest of it. So we just cut them down and try and use the most as we can. These tins were the bane of my life. There were loads, and we've still got some, and we're still making them now. But we cleaned every single one of these tins, and I think altogether it was 120 tins, which to some people might not be a lot, but it felt like millions of tins. So they're all alcohol wiped out, cleaned down. This just takes any residue that's possibly in there, even though they are brought brand new. You don't know where they've been, like stored in the factory, etc. Any dust particles, fingerprints, that type of thing. It just can prevent the wax from setting properly. So our fragrances are pre-measured out here, and then we've got our sustainers which hold the wood wick in place. So they're being set now. I think I was just making a small batch here. I don't know if these were the sample. No, they weren't the sample ones. But yeah, so there were six fragrance. No, there's three. Oh my goodness, there's 3 fragrances here, but there's 6 of each one, which would create technically 6 boxes. And then we did the other 3 afterwards. That's correct. The wax looks so pretty when it's melting. I don't really get to see it because I just kind of let it do its thing. So here we go. We're pouring out into our pitcher, and we're just throwing it in. Throwing it all in, giving it a good old mix. It's quite nice when it's got a colour to the oil, because you kind of see it combining together. When I first saw the colour of this, I was like, oh no, I don't like this. But when it sets, oh, it's gorgeous. It's like a caramel. So we measure ours purely because my eyes drift, and then we end up going over the tin. So if I've got a number to look at, I then just look at the number. I don't find myself wandering off. Here we go. Just all these till they all go. Oh, that was quick. So these set for a few days. They don't get touched at all. So we just trim the wicks down so the tin lids could go on nice and properly. That was quite fiddly actually, because the wood wick can't be too short, otherwise it would drown. But it had to be short enough for the lid to shut. So it's a bit of a catch-22. So these were the Café au Chocolat fragrance, which is stunning. Oh, the boys have come to help. So I think one of the twins is putting on Midnight Ember. And then the other one, oh, splat. And then the other one, he's a rogue. He wants to do everything, bless him. And it was a million questions. What's this? What's that? Why is it that colour? What does that say? What's that picture of? Why does it smell like that? So they're They're really inquisitive, they're really into it. So there we go, and we just put our labels on, make them look really nice and pretty, and are currently available at balmcandles.co.uk. See you next time.